Welcome back to another episode of Down the Toy Man, and thank you for joining. Today, we're going to unbox something that actually just came last night. My wonderful friend Jordan Kane, also known as the PHICEN body swap specialist, also known as the surgeon, maybe we'll just call him that. A couple of weeks ago, he did take my Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. That's of course my favorite Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. Because Jordan had done the previous body swap on the Sam Raimi Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, which you can see in the other video, or a quick snippet here, this was a custom done by Jordan Kane, who replaced the original Hot Toys Raimi Spider-Man Tobey Maguire figure with a PHICEN body underneath, which adds for extra flexibility. Which totally looks like an awesome upgrade, because it is. Basically, Jordan said to me, hey, we could try to do the same thing for your Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, but there are no promises. One of the hard things about a body swap is that it can kind of have dire consequences. And it's not so much the skill of the artist, it's more so because the body was never made for the particular suit. It requires a wonderful skill to be able to pull apart, to be able to unsew, to re-put on another body and then sew it back up again as wonderfully seamlessly as possible. The body proportions for that Hot Toys figure is okay. It was made a couple of years ago. When it came to bending, posing, as well as just really setting up that figure, it has no problem bending and posing. The only catch is when you look more into the suit, it kind of looks a little baggier and it doesn't look as filled out. After seeing No Way Home and comparing Andrew Garfield with Tobey Maguire with Tom Holland, you end up seeing that he does fill out the suit very well, and not only that, he's also the tallest of all the Spider-Man. Spider-Man? Jordan goes, hey, it's going to give it a real good shot. If the figure goes, it goes, but we're going to try our best. All I said to Mr. Jordan Kane was, hey man, I trust you, I trust your skills, I'm willing to take the risk. Here we are, right here in this box, is something that I haven't seen yet, and Jordan very particularly hid these photos from me because he was going, look, I'm going to do it, I hope you like it. I'm going to be unboxing my reaction to the figure that now has a new PHICEN body in there. And I believe we used the M31, which of course kind of gave a better all-round proportional build, but it wasn't as muscular as the M33, which Captain America would have. So without further ado, let's pop the box, or technically I'm going to lift the box and I'm going to see what's there. Here we go. Boop. So basically with this is the old box. Yesterday when Jordan delivered it, he delivered it in this wonderful little foam box. Jordan also kind of hid what it looked like, so of course I could unbox it and kind of just share that wonderful reaction with everyone. So we'll see how we go. Now, I'm very excited about this. As I've said repeatedly, and I'll keep saying it, Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. And I felt like he really needed the PHICEN body upgrade just to really fill out and kind of give that muscular, heroic look. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take this off. I'll just put that in the background. Right there. I can see red and blue, but I haven't seen it yet. Here we go. He's so much better filled out. Like, heroically. What's interesting is, with this particular Spidey figure, the hands themselves, see that? They're kind of built for magnets, like this. So you could just attach hands on the end like that. Let's attach his other hand. He's my favorite Spidey, and now look at him. To have been able to remove the suit itself and then put it on the PHICEN, there might be a few questions, and usually the questions go along with what type of body is it. So as I mentioned before, it's a PHICEN M31. This is a kind of slim but muscular build, as you can see here. The suit itself fills out very well. Other questions that people may ask is, how do you do it? With Jordan, you may want to ask how he does it, but the suit does have to be cut off and then kind of restuck in parts. For some purists, they may not want to do it. They may not want to cut it. Sometimes some of the application when you do glue or when you do cut can leave not as a professional look as the figure comes as is. There's a wonderful part of customization that really sells itself well. As I've mentioned, Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man, and having him filled out like this is always worth the risk, especially when you have a specialist like Jordan Kane who can do it, or has the big cojones to actually want to do it. When it came to the point where I was going to try to do something like this, I just couldn't. Mostly because my sewing skills, as I've mentioned earlier, are horrible, and all I've got is hot glue and scissor work. That's all I've got. So how does he look with some of these other hands? It's got his microphone. Hey! Having a PHICEN skeleton underneath a body like this gives you the ability to just do those wild poses. Or if he's jumping sideways. It's just one of those things that fills out your figure so much more. Or when it comes to body proportion, when it comes to posing. If we're coming this close to realism when it comes to 6-scale figures, the body seems like an integral, important part of really selling that look. The other part is you get to see the muscle grouping. Yes, there's a bottom there, but you get to see the muscle grouping. You know, when I was doing the ab crunch before, you could see how the body just sucks into that. And of course, with his microphone here, this is when he was on top of the police car and he was saying, "Here I am." And that was to, of course, Rhino, which is also Paul Giamatti. One of the questions that people often ask is, why don't these figures, especially Spider-Man, come with a body like this already? I guess one of the easiest things to say is, these are older figures. This particular figure is probably maybe 5-6 years older. Hot Toys do mass produce the figure itself, and the bodies that do come with the standard figure are a true type body that can pose, that can move. A PHICEN body, though, is a little bit more expensive to buy. So when you look at a mass production, a standard true type body can be anywhere from maybe $5 to $10. If you were to buy one separately, that can be about $25 to $50 depending on the quality. Now, Hot Toys do use their own quality type of true type body. The Spider-Man bodies are usually created a little bit different. They've got double joints in them, they're a little bit shorter. A PHICEN body with a metal skeleton is more expensive to produce and make. To buy a stock standard body like PHICEN, especially in the different sizes, can run anywhere from $80 all the way up to maybe $200. It depends on where you're ordering it from, how many you're ordering, how long you're willing to wait for it to come in the mail. So when you have a specialist like Jordan Kane who has the ability to cut and fit, I often get very spoiled that he managed to do this for me, and I'm very, very grateful. The big thing that Jordan said to me beforehand was, "Hey, I hope you like it." If I haven't gushed over it enough, yes, I really do like it. You have done such a great job. There are lots of Andrew Garfield figures out there. There are lots of Spider-Man figures out there, but there isn't one that's proportioned quite this well. That being said, though, there are people who have also done the body swap as well, and they may have something very similar. In this case, I feel mine's pretty unique because Jordan managed to do his magic touch on there. This Andrew Garfield Spider-Man here is about to join his brothers, and I can't wait to add him to the collection. After the jump, we're going to do a quick little video, and I'm going to show a little bit of them all together. I hope you get to hang tight and see that, because I can't wait to put them all together, finally. Again, because I did have them before, but this time, yeah, someone's been going to the gym. Look at him. Again, I am so excited just to have him back, and he just looks great. He really does look so good. Jordan. Until next time, collectors look after collectors, be safe, be well, I'll see you in the next episode.